Do you always know which road to take? Hey, it's Lenny Wennerstrom, and I am here to help you to find your purpose, at least guide you, give you some tools to help you to find your purpose, because your purpose gives you meaning and it gives you direction in your life. So, what are one of the tools that I use? You know it if you've been with me for a while. Look at this beautifully loved book, Dr. Shad Helmstedter's book, 365 Days of Positive Self-Talk for Finding Your Purpose. This book we have used from November 13th on to today, although we started all over with January 1 for 2024. So let's read the passage. This is for October 9th. It's day 283 with 83 days left in the year. Does that make sense? Let's see, day 283 and 83 days left. What does that come up to? Oh, 366. Oh, it's a leap year. I know my videos always put, whatever day, 282 of 365, because most people know the year is 365 because it's almost always that, except in a leap year. So I guess on the very last day, I'll put day 366 of 366 on December 31st. That'll be a fun one. Okay. That will be the end of the year. Look at where we're at. So for today, it's this passage is for October 9th, and we are 77.32% complete with 2024. So I do believe that there is a typo in here, and I haven't asked anyone, but I'm just going to I'm going to tell you what it says. I may have come to many crosswords, like all one word. I think it's crossroads, but I'm going to read it as crossroads. So, but I just want you to know that in this it says crosswords, and it just doesn't go with the rest of it. So, I may come to many crossroads and have many choices to make, but because I focus on my future, my purpose, and my goals, I always know which road to take. See, that's why I thought it was crossroads, because you know which road to take. Let's spin it around to your higher self, that higher self talking to you, that second person. You may come to many crossroads and have many choices to make, but because you focus on your future, your purpose, and your goals, you always know which road to take. Interesting, we talk about this a lot with your purpose, that it gives you meaning and it gives you direction. When you are focused on your future, like what is it that you really want to achieve in your life? Where is it that you want to go? What is like that overriding purpose? You can look at your purpose, right, as your mission. What's the overriding mission? Like, why are you here? But when you focus on your future, what is it that I want to bring into my future? Because hopefully by now, if you've been with me, and hopefully you're of the same mind, that you create your own reality. No one else creates that reality for you. And when you decide, it's really interesting. Think about it like this: if you have fear around a political party, or say that there's going to be fear around there's going to be rationing, or fear around AI, or fear around that somebody's going to take something away from you, the state, the government, wherever you are. If you have those fears and you focus on those fears, guess what you'll find? Because whatever you're looking for, you will find. And that is how you create your reality. You get to shift the way you see things. And the biggest way that I know to shift those is to understand that everything is a program. Everything starts here. And as far as like in the human experience, I teach what I call practical spirituality, which is the spiritual journey and the human experience. So in the human, I focus a lot on these videos of the human experience because it is about our purpose. Like, why are we here? What are we doing on planet Earth? But I infuse it with a lot of spiritual truths as I have come to understand and know them, based kind of a lot on quantum physics as well. The master key system was one of the places where I really found a lot of really quality guidance about creating your own reality. When others said that you were, you would never succeed, it was always about, it was really up to you. And there were practices in that book. If you've ever read the Master Key System, it's very profound, and a lot of people don't finish it or don't quite understand it. And I know I was one of those. It took me many years to get through that book and really understand it. And I even had it, somebody got it to me on CD and or DVD, CD, I don't know, but it was in my car. And my car, the last car that I had before it got crashed was it last January, but whenever, it had that player, that CD player, so I could listen, and I would listen to it over and over and over as I drove. And we had moved to 3 hours away from where I am right now in Centennial in Colorado, and to the mountain home, and I would listen to that 2.5, 3 hour drive all the time, over and over, to really understand it and get it. And it just, and by that time I had a pretty good handle on it. And yet the more that I listened to it, and think about what I'm saying, because I listened to it over and over and over, what was I doing? I was rewiring my brain with all of that, because the more that you repeat something, put that into your brain so that it records it, and then you repeat it, the more you become it. It becomes your belief. You start believing it. And this is why the self-talk language that Dr. Shad Helmstetter created works so well, because you're repeating it, and you get to look at the programs. You get to listen to what it says and say, I want that in my brain. I want high self-esteem. I want to be financially strong. I want to have winning relationships. I want health and fitness. I want happiness. I want success in my career. I want success as an entrepreneur. I want success in selling. I want success in my family, in my relationships, and in everything that I do. I want success in losing weight, in stopping smoking, in recovering from addiction, or any of those things, in believing in yourself, that self-esteem, and for kids and for others. But you get to choose what it says in each of those programs. You get to decide, do I want that program? Do I want that playing in my brain, repeating? You get to decide that. I say yes to every single one of them. The Master Key System, that was what I was wiring into my brain, and it is totally, you change your reality by what you believe. No matter what someone tells you that you can do something or can't do something, it's your belief that you can or can't that's going to win the day. It's your belief, because it's you doing it. It's your belief in a political party that creates separation. Like, that party, they suck, and I'm with the party that's fair or right or good or just, or it doesn't matter what party. One that cares about the world, one that doesn't, in the politics. No matter what, there's separation. And it's a belief, but it's a belief based on your programs. So you were influenced at the very beginning of your life, or at some point, by someone that influenced you throughout your life to want to be in that party. And that goes the same thing with religion. And again, I go back to the reason I'm sharing all this is because I talked about, we're talking about these crossroads, and you have many choices to make. So, but because I focus on my future, my purpose, and my goals, I always know which road to take. If you know the programs that if you know your programs, you decide, these are the programs I want. High self-esteem. I know what my overall purpose is. I know where I'm going. I know what that mission, I know why I'm here. If you don't know why that is, keep listening to the videos. Get some ideas. Figure out what it is that you want in life. What feels right for you. And start looking, because these are phrases, self-talk phrases, just like written in the same way, meaning very specific to the brain, the way the brain works. The brain needs very specific directions in order for it to help you to have success in whatever it is that you are wanting to achieve. And so this is why I read some of these passages to you every day, because I want you to get, and I say the same things over and over and over. Why? I want that into your brain. I want it into my brain, because through mirror neurons, you and I are exchanging. I may not be exchanging with you, but if you're watching my videos, you are exchanging with me. If you and I were having a conversation right here, then you and I, if I were coaching you, you and I would be exchanging mirror neurons. We would be, our programs would be affecting one another. And the more, and even if I weren't sitting there coaching you, even if you and I were just having coffee and we had coffee every single day, and you always said the same thing, like I say words like, oh, it's beautimous, it's fantabulous, it's, I say just all kinds of things just come, and I make them up, or I've heard them and I say, it doesn't matter. They're words that are just fun for me to say. And like I love you mucho, or and stuff like that. Yes, I speak Spanish, but I started saying that one day, and then I just was like, that sounds so cute. I don't even remember how I started saying it. I've been saying it for so many years. And but pretty soon it became a program, and I say it all the time. Love you mucho, and it's a program, and I like it. Like, I could always change it. It became a habit. A habit is a program. So it's something. It's always like a belief is a thought that is repeated over and over and over again until you believe it. So it doesn't matter whether it's politics or religion or the way you feel about certain things or certain people or colors or flowers, or you like mountains over the ocean or something else. It doesn't matter. They're all programs, and you can change the programs. And what I like to focus on in these sessions with you is to focus on what the limits, that we are limited in some way, that you are limited in some way, that you can't make enough money, you're not good enough, you're not worthy enough to have that relationship with someone, you're not cute enough, that guy would never like you, that girl would never even look at you. These are all programs. They're all programs based on, I'm ugly based on what society has said. And it's all within. It's not external, because if you were you think about someone who you think is really not that good looking, but they are super, super successful, and they have this something about them that makes them like good looking, and in a different way. And I know many people that are men that are really, like, for me, I don't find them super appealing. Those are my programs. But other women will be like, wow, I just love his brain. I just love his, his whatever it is about them. It's not the looks. It's your spirit. It's your essence, and your self-esteem, self-confidence exude. When you exude that, what this looks like is almost like not even to the right person. It's like a magnet. It's like a magnet to a lot of people. So it really, your programs, this is why I continue, this is why I love what I do in the coaching and everything, especially with this self-talk language, because when you find your purpose, when you change when you get real focused on what you really want to achieve in life, what you really want in life rather than what you don't want, and when you get really focused on finding your purpose and understanding what it is, it's a whole different ball game. It's a whole different ball game for you. It's way more fun. It's way more exciting. It's way more adventurous. There's way more, and I'll say drama, but not drama in a negative way. Like, there's a lot. Let's just say it's very vibrant, and a lot of things happen for you. So when you're focused on your future and what it is that you want, and you're focused on your purpose and your goals, you always know which road to take, because you know it feels right. It's going to take you closer to your goals, to your purpose. It's going to align with your purpose. So you may come to many crossroads and have many choices to make, but because you focus on your future, your purpose, and your goals, you always know which road to take. Isn't that powerful and empowering? And I know I say that almost all the time, because that is exactly what your self-talk, what your spirit, you get to change all of this. Like, your spirit is perfect. You don't need to change your spirit. It is divine. It is spiritual. It is what animates you. But the human experience, that's a spiritual journey. The human experience, that is one that is an honor and a privilege, and you get to create your own reality. Again, I don't think I finished the thought of if you have fear about politics, AI, or whatever, guess what you're going to experience? You're going to experience more of those things. You're going to find the people that are just like you, that have those fears, and it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger drama, right? And more separation. Think about the people where you feel peace, because they're not telling you what to do or believe or any of these things. You are the one moving. You feel free in a conversation. You can delve deeper within to find just that, within the gem of within that conversation for yourself, that you expand from having that conversation, that you become an optimist, that you actually believe that you are unlimited and you can do, be, change, have, create absolutely anything. And that is who and what you really are. Well, what you really are is a culmination of all your programs that are running on planet Earth. Again, that's the human experience, not at all related to the spiritual journey, because that is not what you are. But on planet Earth, you're a culmination of your programs. Some of those programs are within your heart as well. Well, your heart has amazing, it has neurons that really is so much more powerful than the heart, than the brain. So anyway, I hope that this, I say I hope this is helpful and it helps you. But what I really hope is that it moves you to want to find your purpose, that it moves you to expand a little and ask yourself questions. Could this really be true? Could if I change my self-talk, could that really help me change my programs? Could that really help me to have a broader experience? I met a guy today, well, today meaning on October 9th, I'm referring back to October 9th. Just a couple of days, this is actually the 11th, but I'm reading for October 9th. And I met a guy on the 9th, a CNA in the hospital. And he was just really talking about stuff that was really, really deep. And he's like, I just really can't find a lot of people that understand me or really resonate with these conversations. And, it goes to the 3D world. And it's really interesting how when you find someone that you can have these conversations with, how much you expand and how freeing that it feels, rather than someone telling you, you need to believe this because, you need to do this because. This is, and I know I'm saying, if you were to change your self-talk, you would start finding success in every single area of your life, because you would have this positive, you would become that unlimited person. Yet you won't ever say me telling you, if you don't do this, you'll never be this or that or any of that. This is the only way. No, I talk about Joe Dispenza and his meditations, because his meditations is more the brain and the heart coherence and the ability to change your biology, and along with neuroplasticity, the heart, the brain, like all of it. And it takes time, it takes effort, it's beautiful. I love it personally. But this Dr. Shad Helmstetter has created something that is very easy, used very passively, and it can help you to create your own reality. And not only that, when you focus on your future, your purpose, and your goals, you always know which road to take. And that's because when you come to those crossroads, and you have many choices, you know exactly where you're going. Or you have you have the direction in which you're going. So, that's the story for today. I love you so very, very mucho. Be back with the next one. And yes, you are awesome and amazing. I believe in you. You can do this. You can find your purpose. And I'll say it over and over again. You can do, be, have, create, change, absolutely anything. Yes, you can. Absolutely anything. You are the one moving from the invisible into the material world, into the visible. You are creating your own reality. Look for your purpose. Get focused on that. We have, as of this day, 83 days left. And we're moving into You know, we're in the third quarter of the year. And if the time is of importance to you, you know, by the end of the year or something like that, you know, I would suggest not feeling pressure with that. Yet I would suggest that you let everything lead you to what feels right for you. All right, cutie butt, I love you so very, very mucho. As always, yes, I believe in you and you can do this. And shining my light. Oops, I got my little thing here. Shining my light to brighten yours. See you for October 10th. Ciao.